Everybody, this is Casey. I'm here to do some yes-no pendulum readings today. Don't have the energy to do the tarot readings yet, but we can do pendulum readings. That's just the universe divining everything. There she is. Hi, Nia. Hi, Truly. Okay, so, hey, Darlene. Okay, so if you would like a yes-no pendulum question, post your question. Let's see how many we can get through these today. Hey, Layan, how you doing? Haven't seen you for a while. So if you want a yes-no question, go ahead and post it. Hi, Candy. How are you? No tarot today, just yes-no pendulum questions. I have a new board. Okay. We can go a little more in depth. It does give a little bit of timeline and days of the week. Okay. 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 Nia wants to know if she has found her twin flame. Okay, asking permission to ask questions for Nia. Got a yes on that. So Nia wants to know if she has found her twin flame. It says no. Hi, Dim. Okay, so I'm asking for Nia again. Is this a karmic relationship? No. Is this a person that she has had love relationships with through many lifetimes? Yes. Okay. Did you get that, Nia? Okay. Layan wants to know, does Emad miss me? Permission to ask questions for Layan. Yes, okay, I got permission to ask. Does Eamon miss Layan? He's a soulmate. This is somebody that you've had many, many lifetimes with. Okay, he does miss you, hon. He does miss you. And Darlene, I still feel like your testing is going to be okay. Okay, permission to ask questions for Darlene. Will Darlene's testing be okay in April? I get yes. Okay, permission to ask questions for, okay. Will my nursery be as successful as I think? I get a yes. Will I be able to sell my trees this year? I kind of feel like not yet. Not yet. Okay, anybody that wants to ask a yes no question with the pendulum, go ahead and post your question, okay? Hold on, hold on. I am feeling better today. I am feeling better. Thank you, Samuel. Thank you so much for all the work you've done. Yes, it's a soulmate, Nia. Hi, Jessica. So Nia wants to know if he's the one in this lifetime. I get a yes, but hun, I want you to be aware of you have more than one person that is your one in this lifetime. You just have to choose what's best for you. Don't settle, okay? Permission to ask questions for Sunny Joe. Will me and Joseph be back together? I get possibly. I get possibly. Okay. Will it be because of the stupid lantern fly bugs? Am I going to be under quarantine again? No, that's not the reason, hun. I think they're going to be slow growing. I feel what I feel like is you need to be careful with the soil. Okay, make sure that you test the soil and make sure it's exactly what it needs. Okay, Jessica, permission to ask questions for Jessica. Do you see going abroad for studies this year or next? Okay. Will Jessica be going abroad for studies in 2022? I think that it's going to be pending for a while. Possibly, it says. Will she be going abroad to study in 2023? I get a yes. Think none of it is no problem. Oh, hon, I so appreciate you. Samuel, thank you. Hey, DJ. Hi, Unique. We're doing yes, no pendulum questions. If you would like to, anybody that would like to ask a yes, no question, let me know what the question is and we will ask, okay? Okay, Unique wants to know permission to ask questions for Unique. Okay. Will I be getting a new job in leadership this year? Excuse me. Will Unique be getting a position in leadership this year? Will she be getting a position in leadership next year? So I kind of feel like it's in the thought process right now, hun. But I do show that you will get one next year. Does that make sense? It's like things are pending. It's like things need to fall into place. It's like God needs to line up everything just right for you. And hun, remember when you ask for something, ask for this or something better. Because if you ask for something specific, Sometimes you lock God into only giving you that. So put it in there. What else is possible? Okay? This or something better. I want you to open up the possibility of the universe bringing in something even better for you, okay? Does that make sense, Unique? Okay, permission to ask questions for DJ. Will my money situation begin to improve within the next month? I get no. Okay, so when will her money situation start to improve? I think it'll improve in May. It'll improve in May, hun. Does that make sense? Sometimes the universe needs time to line it up for you. Okay, who else would like a yes no pendulum reading? So it makes sense, May? Yeah. Unique, did that make Unique, did that help? Did that make sense to you, hon? Okay. Jenna, how you doing, honey? Okay. So Jenna, permission to ask questions for Jenna? Yes. Okay. Jenna would like to know if Isaiah is going to help. So it's just spinning, hun. So I'm thinking that he's thinking about it. He hasn't made a choice. He hasn't made a decision yet. Does that make sense? My granddaughter says hello. Your papers are here, Brianna. Excuse me. Didn't mean to burp like that. Okay. Hey, Priscilla. Give her a kiss for me, Brianna. Okay, Unique wants to know why I see prosperity in my current journey. Unique, we already have permission. Okay. Okay, yes. I show yes, Unique, but just remember, hun, that prosperity is more than money. It's safety, security, happiness, happy family, support systems, everything, okay? Sometimes prosperity doesn't look like what we think it will, but I do show that, yeah, you will see prosperity. I am doing better, Priscilla. How are you doing, hun? Okay. Truly wants to know if she will be with her twin flame this year. I get a no. Has she lost him? I just think he's thinking. He's I think he's got so much stuff going on that at this point in time you're on the back burner. Unique, I did your reading on the prosperity, hun. You might want to go back a little bit and listen. Or you may be behind, okay? You may be behind. Right now I'm at like 14 minutes in, so I would go back probably a couple minutes to 12 minutes and see if you can find your message. Priscilla, will things work? Okay, permission to ask questions for Priscilla. Yes. Will things work out between me and this new guy, Mike? I show possibly. I want you to let what I feel like is I want you to let go of expectations. I want you to let go of any ideas of how you think relationships should work. Just let them all go, because I think you're both very different. You've both been raised different ways. You have some different belief systems, but if you guys truly step back and learn to honor each other's differences, I think that it could work out. Does that make sense, hon? Okay, permission to ask question. Okay. Okay, so Jenna wants to, okay, Jenna, we already asked permission. Will Jay help? Yes. You're welcome, Unique. Thank you, Priscilla. Okay, permission for K-Love. Will the relationship between the Taurus and I lead to marriage? I feel like it's up in the air. I think that, kind of like Priscilla, I think that you guys have some differences that you need to work out. It's depends on how open and receptive you are to different differences, to your differences, and how open you are to honoring each other's differences. Does that make sense, hon? Priscilla, I think you're behind because I already did yours, hon. Well, until he simplifies his life a little bit, truly, I think that nothing's going to happen. Jessica, will Darren help? He hasn't made up his mind yet. Okay? He hasn't made up his mind yet. Does that make sense, Kay? He's in his head a lot. Nia wants to know if this guy is ready for a relationship with her. I get yes. I get yes. You're welcome, Jessica. You're welcome, hon. Invite some people in. We can do this for probably another 20 minutes. So invite some people in. Let's do this. You know? Well, we're 19 minutes in. I can do an hour of this. So invite some people in. Yeah. I get yes. But I kind of feel like you need to expand it a little bit, Nia. Does that make sense? I think you need to keep your options open to more. Did that make sense, Nia? Well, it'll probably make more sense later. Expand your horizons a little bit. There's better possibilities out there for you. It's like don't limit yourself. It's like you're capable of doing more than you think you are. Well, are we done with questions for today? We'll give it a few minutes to see if anybody else comes in. Darlene, I posted a video from Erin Dowdy in the community. If you go in and look at it, hon, I highly recommend that for you. Okay, you know what, Nia? The best thing you can do, the best thing you could do, Nia, is start out as friends. Build a solid friendship first. Okay? Because he may not feel like he's ready for anything more than a friendship right now, but it has a possibility that it can develop into more. Okay? But make sure you have a solid friendship first. You just want some cash from your ex, Snow Queen? That's awesome. I bet that gave you a lot of satisfaction. Have you heard anything on the other things that are going on yet, Snow Queen? Jane, you are so funny. No. Oh, but you know what, hon? Snow, I can almost feel the emotional satisfaction that you got from that. Okay, good for you, Nia. Follow your intuition, follow your knowing, hon. Now, no, I'm not talking about what the bleep. There, if you scroll down through the community a little bit, there's a meditation on there from Erin Dowdy. It's how to create your future and and connect it to the now. So you can change some possibilities, okay? Not what the bleep. Keep looking, scroll down a little more to look at the rest of the community, hun. But everybody, I recommend everybody watch What the Bleep. They responded with 2 lines. Yeah. Okay. Should I buy the Emerald Lagine 360 oven? It says yes. Honey, if you want it, do it. You said you wanted. Why are you procrastinating on it? You're second guessing yourself. I wouldn't tell him I wouldn't tell him that he's your soulmate. Guys will panic and run. Okay? It's definitely too early. Ah, Jenna. Jenna. Will I meet a man on this trip? I get yes, but you know what? What popped into my head first, Jenna? What kind of man are you looking to meet? You're going to meet a lot of men on this trip. Be more specific. So, so truly, if you wanted, and I know it's expensive, but is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is this something that you will use all the time? You know? Hi, Stone Queen. Okay. Jenna wants to know if she will meet a life partner on this trip that she has coming up. Possibly. Possibly. I kind of get the feeling that it's somebody that you would not be open and receptive to someone different. I feel like there's someone very, very, very different than what you're used to that there's a good, strong possibility with, okay? Does that make sense, Jenna? Yes, daily use. Yeah. If it's something that brings you joy, okay? If it's something that brings you joy truly, so ask it. Close your eyes and ask this oven, will you bring me joy and happiness if I buy you? And see what the answer is. Okay, so just remember, hon, your parents are soulmates. Your brothers and sisters are soulmates. We have a group of about 500 people to 1,000 people that come in groups of that we experience things with lifetime to lifetime. Okay. Now, is he a love interest soulmate? I kind of get yes, but you know what, hon? Give him time. And I want you to remember something else, Nia. Men can only focus on one thing at a time. So sometimes he may seem like he's distracted and not paying attention to you. But if he's really, really busy with some things in his life, I want you to pay attention to what's going on, because I feel like, yeah, just remember, if he's got something going on, just be aware, because men have a tendency to focus on one thing at a time. And if you sit down to talk to him about anything, only bring up one subject at a time, because if you start throwing a bunch of stuff at him, they're going to shut down. Okay? And just because he's spiritual still doesn't mean that he's going to be open and receptive to everything you have to say. At this point in time, work on the friendship. Because most men marry their best friends. Does that make sense of it, hon? See, you didn't even need to ask me that. All you had to do was ask it. Yes, will it bring me joy? That's like some gal, she says I went looking for a new car. Okay? She goes, I kept getting drawn to this one car even though I wanted this other one. She says, so the one I wanted, I asked, will you bring me money if I buy you? It said no. So she went over and asked the one that kept pulling at her. She goes, if I buy you, will you bring me money? It said yes. She paid the car off in a year rather than 5 years. So just ask some questions about things, you know? Does that make sense? Invite some people in. Let's do this. We got probably another half hour, unless people quit showing up. Jenna, how you feeling today? Okay. Permission to ask questions for all men. She wants to know if there's a possibility if her and R will get married. Okay. It's not a definite, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. Okay. But I feel like there's some obstacles to overcome. You're going to have a lot of patience with this, all then. Okay. Jenna wants to know if it's her color of choice. Let me ask you this, Jenna. Are you divided over a couple colors? I think you haven't made your choice yet. It's like you're wavering on the color choice. Does that make sense? No? You know what, Jenna? God does not give you anything that you can't handle. I want you to focus, and instead of asking for help, I want you to start giving gratitude for all the help that is coming in for you from all directions, seen and unseen. Does that make sense, Jenna? Yeah. Don't give up, girl. And you know we're all here for you to listen, hon. We're all here for you. There's lots of communities here for you. He was very nice when I opened up to him about how I feel, and he opened to me since the beginning. We're talking about deep things in life, and we're very comfortable around each other. You know what, Nia? There's an app called 36 Questions. People that okay, every other question you answer, every other question he answers. This has a way of working through some of the blockages that we have toward relationships. Check it out. It's called 36 Questions, and you can even Google it. It's like a social thing that seems to open up people to. If you don't have a love relationship, you will probably have a lifetime deep friendship. Okay. The snow kills your body. So, are you wavering on a color, Jenna? Are you wavering? You know the app, you did it. Have you done it with him? Have you done it with him though, Nia? And truly have a good nap. Bye, truly. Jenna, it took me years. It took me years, hun, but you know, I don't like feeling like crap. And a lot of the problems that are going on right now, why I'm on the oxygen, is this for that exact same reason, because the antibiotics have triggered all this stuff again. That means I just have to work a little harder. Yeah. Anybody else want to ask a yes no question? No waiver? Okay. As long as you know what you want. Hey Jack, how are you? You got a yes no question today, Jack? Okay. Post your question. Okay, Snow wants to know, is her ex angry they lost? Oh, yeah. Does he know it's you? Does he know it's you, Snow, or have you changed your name or anything? Good, Jack. Essence of destiny. Post your question, hon. Oh, Snow, I know you're getting a lot of emotional satisfaction from this. I know you are. They do know it's you? Yeah. Oh, well. Yes, ask your question, Saria. Ask your question, hon. Permission to ask question for. I'm going to ask essence of. Permission to ask questions for essence of destiny. Okay. Does Dr. Andrews want you to work at his school as a teacher? I think she's thinking about it. There's a strong possibility. Okay. There's a strong possibility. But it's still up in the air right now. So what I would do, Essence, is I would ask for it one time if you want it, and I would give gratitude to the universe for it as if you already have it. That's showing faith and trust that the universe is going to bring it in. Okay, Saria, permission to ask for Saria. Yes. Has Daniel Olivo been stalking Saria? I get yes. I kind of feel like he's obsessed with you. Oh, Mia. Will your Nan pass around this year? I don't, she hasn't decided yet. I don't, okay, so sometimes we have windows of opportunity to cross. I don't, she hasn't decided to cross yet. Let me put it that way. Does that make sense, hon? You like, okay. I have a stalker on the in the astral plane, and it's irritating the hell out of me after 4 years. It's her choice. Yeah, we have choices. We have choice, hon. We have choice points through several times in our life to where we want to choose whether it's our time to go or not on a spiritual level. Does that make sense, hon? Oh no. So, Saria, is he stalking you in a bad way? Just are you when you talk about stalking, are you just talking about him just following what you're doing on social media and stuff? Or are you talking about somebody that is dangerously stalking you? There's a difference. You may want to word that differently, hon. Okay? There's so many different ways of stalking. If it's just somebody that's watching you on social media and they're no threat, then that's a different. But if it's somebody that's stalking you and you don't know who it is and with the intent to harm, that's something totally different. Anybody else have any questions? Jack, did you want any questions, hon? Okay, Nia. Because normally, Nia, I only answer one question free. Is he feeling the same way about you? Nia wants to know if he's feeling the same way about her. I get possibly. Okay. Yeah. So invite some people to come in. I'll do this for about another 20 minutes. Just remember, Nia, that you have free will choice. Okay? You have free will choice. If you don't like what you're hearing, make a choice, change it. By 4:20, you will be baked. Are you out in the sun, Jack? Specify how many months. If you don't like something that's happening, Nia, make a choice, change it. Okay? Make a choice, change it. We're not meant to be stuck in situations. Okay. Nia, if you go in and look at my playlist, look under classes, there's something in there called the bubble technique in the shade 79 degrees bright. Okay. Okay, good. Good. Okay. Permission for Jessica. Okay. Is Jessica going to get the new job in the next 2 to 3 months? Okay, yes. Okay. Is this going to be the job that she wants? Yes. I kind of feel, okay, this might be something you want, but you know what, hon? If somebody refers you to a job, I feel like you need to check into it. Okay? Because this may lead to something even better that you could imagine. Okay? Does that make sense? So, Nia, yeah, look for the bubble technique. Okay? It teaches you how to clear points of view, belief systems, fears, illusions, Metaphors. Okay, first thing I tell everybody when I teach them the bubble technique, clear things like money doesn't grow on trees, money's the root of all evil. You have to work hard for your money. Money doesn't make you happy. It can, it's a tool. But you create your happiness. Oh, there's teardrops. Thank you, honey. She posted the bubble technique for you. I would also clear, this is huge for all of us. It is better to give than it is to receive. If you do not know how to receive, how can the universe give to you? Yes, teardrops. The minute I say bubble technique, she's always there. That's like code word for teardrops. You want to hear from her? Say bubble technique. But all those old metaphors or all those old family sayings that people tell you, put them into the bubble and clear them. It's funny you say the old Pinto Jack. I swear to God. If any of you have ever listened to Steve's Love Tarot, he talks about the woman being in the Mercedes with the divine masculine in a Pinto trying to catch up with the Mercedes. That's what you made me think of, Jack. But I recommend the bubble technique to all of you. And I'm going to work on posting this weekend. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. I'm going to post a healing technique this weekend too. I'm just going to rewrite it a little bit. It might be over 2-3 videos, but it will help. My first thought was no. Okay, is Nia's parents going to get a divorce this year? Again, no. Yeah, when you get a chance, Darlene, yeah, sit down and do that meditation. It's just kind of, I'm just kind of getting back into it, everything after being down sick. I'm not doing the tarot right now. This doesn't take as much energy. But I needed to get out there. I like to give to you guys. Yeah. So, but normally I would only answer one question, but today, and it's quiet today. What makes you think? So, what pops in my head, Nia? What makes you think your mom and dad's going to get a divorce? And if you're worried, if you're angry, resentful, any negative statements that people have told you, you can put all of those into the bubble. What it does is it clears it out of the subconscious mind. So you are open to new possibilities. This is one of the things I'm talking about. But sometimes our choices are formed by the belief systems and the programs that we have in the subconscious mind. All those things, like it's better to give it than it is to receive, those are all programs. Okay? Those are part of our core programming, especially for women. Okay? One of the things that women need to clear, you have to stay married. You have to stay in a relationship with the father of your children. That all women need to clear. If you're not happy, make a choice, change it. But the thing is right now, Nia, that's all they know. It's normal for them. That's how they get along. That's how they relate. That's how they communicate. It's what they know. That's what they're comfortable with. It's going to have to take one of them to no longer being comfortable with being in that reality before they will move toward to getting a divorce. And it's sad because sometimes the kids are the ones that suffer because you stay in the relationship too long. I did that. I did that 2 marriages. My kids suffered big time because I did not have the courage to step out and get out of the relationships. But at the same time, that toxicity is normal to them. And then because we stick with what is normal for us. Does that make sense? Now, I want you to work on clearing their relationships. Okay? I want you to clear their points of view about each other. I want you to clear their points of view about how relationships should be or how relationships should not be. Okay? Because you are carrying those around in the subconscious mind. Okay? Because you want to go out and create your own reality, your own relationships, not based on other people's points of view and realities. Does that make sense, hon? But right now, it's normal. They may do that for the rest of their lives because they may not be open to change. This may be a karmic program to where they have done this over a millennia of lifetimes. You know, what else is possible here? What else can they choose? Yeah, what is normal for the spider is chaos for the fly. Jack is so wise. He has so much knowledge. He has so much information in his head, and we keep trying to encourage him to come on and share some of that information. So, hon, try the bubble technique. Okay, just try it. Everything that pops up, okay, everything that pops up, any doubts, any fears you have, put them all in that bubble and clear them. Okay. Try it for a month. I have a gal that lost 80 pounds just clearing belief systems. Okay. She shifted her whole life 180 degrees by clearing stuff. And there's another one in there. Okay. Because your parents are in a toxic relationship, I want you to look at the video also. Who does it belong to? Because you, as an empath, how much energy are you picking up from them? Okay, so what you want to do, I'm going to send back all the energy that is not mine. Do that several times a day because you're picking up all that stuff, you know? Yeah, and Darlene's favorite technique, she doesn't like the bubble technique. She says it doesn't work for her. So what you can do, all that, yeah, you're strong empath. Okay, that who does it belong to is important. So what Darlene does is she puts everything in a suitcase. As much as she fills it as full as she can, locks it, and throws it into the violet flame. The violet flame is the flame of transmutation. All that stuff that's in the suitcase, I'm asking the universe to transmute it into something healing for my parents or for the earth or to a certain situation or something, okay? Yeah. So close your eyes, hon. Let me ask you this. Yeah. Jack did a message bonfire. Yeah. So try this, Nia. Try closing your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to tell me the first thing that pops in your head, not the second thing. Don't question it. Tell me what pops into your head. Yeah, her suitcase must be similar to Ermani's bag. Yeah. Okay. So let me ask you this. What percentage of your points of view and energy around relationships is yours? And give me a number. First number that pops in your head. Don't overthink it. Okay, so 80% of everybody, say 80% of the points of view you have around relationships are not even yours. So I'm asking to send all that 80% of that energy that is not mine back to the universe for healing. I would start doing that several times a day so you can start telling when somebody else's energy comes in. Once you start being able to differentiate what's yours and not yours, you can tell a difference in the energy. So say that now. All the energy around how relationships should be that is not mine, I'm sending it back to the universe. I'm sending it back to God for healing. And see if you don't lighten up. Yes, that is an awesome book. You know, when that book first came out, everywhere you went, everybody was reading that book. It was a mind blowing, mind opening thing that everybody needed. Everybody needed. Thank you for bringing that up, Jack. That's one of the classics. Well, good. That well, see, we talk about this stuff we talk on Friday nights. We do spiritual talk. We end up all on there for 4 hours doing nothing but spiritual talk. We talk about things that are going on, ways to deal with things. We do healing work, but that's all we do on Friday nights. I don't do readings, anything. Friday nights, we just do spiritual talk. Yeah. Readily available everywhere too. Yeah. Yeah. The Celestine prophecy is, it gives you signs of awakening. It gives you signs of perspective. But, we have cultural beliefs that we're programmed with, society's beliefs. Look at the things we're being programmed with right now. You know, I'm just concerned how we're being programmed with all this prejudice that's going on. Clear any stuff like that. I cleared a lot of stuff. My dad was so prejudiced, and I'd see no sense in it at all. But I'm sure it's stuck in the subconscious mind, so I keep clearing it. You know. Teardrops burning down the house. Yeah. But you come and join us on Friday nights, Nia. You know, and we open it up. I do it on StreamYard so people come in and talk. Some of the gals come in and talk about astrology. Jack has a lot of knowledge. Jack. I really would like you to come in and talk about what the I keep thinking Persian and not Aramaic, not Persian. The original Bible. I'm telling you, since I've been in this oxygen, I forget the names of things so bad. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, Jack. The Hebrew Bible. I know she's obsessed. She's obsessed. We went into cooking and crafts, and that's the first thing she brought up. She's obsessed now. And she had me look at that card that you sent her last night too. You're so funny. Yeah. The Torah, yeah. Yeah. And you say you know how to read Hebrew. Yeah. If you I would love to hear what you have learned out of that. Yeah. I if you would share that with us, that would be so awesome. Would be so mind expanding, you know. Hey Jason, how are you? Yeah. That would be awesome, Jack, if you would do that. Go ahead and ask, Mia. Jason, do you have a yes no question you'd like to ask? Or anybody else that's here would like to ask? Okay, Nia wants to ask another question. Go ahead, Nia. You're good? Anything cleared anything closed out yet, Jason? Ask your question, Nia. Jason and Jack are both in on our spiritual chats, you know. We missed you last night, Jason. Okay, the first thing that pops in my head, Nia, is you have to define what success is. I feel that you get a lot of emotional fulfillment, but do you allow yourself to be successful? Okay, will she be successful? Possibly, but I think you need to work on your some belief systems. I think okay, some of the things to clear. I'm not good enough. I want you to define. Sit down and write a pro and con list or a little dictionary for yourself of what you see success as. Okay, because I think that you've got some blockages. And hun, I feel like you have a tendency to be hard on yourself with it. Just remember, let it flow because it is creating itself. You're not creating it, it is creating itself. If things don't come out the way that you want them sometimes, it's because it wants to be something else. Don't beat yourself up for that, okay? Yeah. If it comes out different than what you originally intended, it is creating itself. Okay? Sometimes you just got to let it be what it is. Okay? Does that make sense, hun? But does it bring you joy? Let me tell you the same thing I told Truly. Does it bring you joy? To me, the Elohim is a collective, right? Right, Jack? The Elohim are a collective. Yeah. Good. If it brings you joy, then do it. And don't let anybody okay, anytime anybody tells you you'll never succeed in this business, put it in that bubble and clear it. You know, some guy looked at Elvis and says, "Ha, that's funny. You'll never make it in this business." Who went to the top? Don't let anybody else's limiting points of view affect who you are and where you're going. You have choice, use it. God gave you free will, use it. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Yeah, I need to pull out. I want to hear. I have a song about El. How does he say it? The Elohim. I have a song for that. It's on cassette. I need to get one of those cassette converters to put it on DVD. Yeah. But to me, it's always the Elohim has always felt like a council. Just like Abraham says that they are a council, they're a collective. We have lots of collectives in the universe. We have the karmic collective, we have the Akashic records. The archangels are a collective. So, if you have an opportunity, Jack, please, I am asking if you would share your knowledge of the things that you have learned with that. Linguistics was fun time ago. I bet it was. Especially when you could go back and read, and this is what I keep telling everybody. Just because Christianity came along does not mean that the older religions are invalid. Okay, we'll look up angel number 222. Hold on. What does it say? It's a message of hope. Seeing angel numbers 222 is a message from your guardian angel that God notices your generosity. If you're feeling down, remember that when you receive an angel message, it's a sign that you're on the right path. It also brings positive energy into your life, and you only need to take it in and accept it. Okay, remember I said, make sure that you clear that it's better to give than it is to receive. If you do not know how to receive, how can the universe give to you? Does that make sense, hon? Okay. Okay, I think we'll wrap it up for today. Jack, think about it. Maybe make a little outline, little bullet points or something, maybe that you could tell us about the teachings. Expand our consciousness some more. We're a small group on Friday nights. It's so I would be honored if you would come on and do that. So there's your invitation. Oh, I know. Zacharias, that man was a gift from the universe. That man, I recommend anybody read Zachariah Stitchin's books. Yeah, his writings are awesome. They're written from the original Sumerian tablets. Those are the oldest known tablets on the earth. And they have a lot of original history. Yeah. You're welcome, hon. And I welcome you on Friday nights if you want to come in, okay? So if you like, share, and subscribe, I would be grateful. And hon, the reason we do spiritual talk is to support each other through our growth. There's no such thing as a stupid question. We're here to support each other, and it's a no judgment zone, okay? It's a no judgment zone. We are all here to honor each other's differences. We are supposed to be different, okay? Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up. Think about it, Jack. Thank you, Teardrops, for being here also. Thank you, Jack. my mods. Okay. So we'll wrap it up for today, and everybody have an awesome weekend, and namaste.